see what his records were. He came out 3-2 against Solarson. Man, Solarson and Spectre have been definitely shaking people's confidence today for sure. And he lost to Polyshot, went down. He just wiped the floor with blue, though.
Well, he did earn this spot in the top 8 of things, and now he's got to go up against Swata. Swata with the hammer in hand, swinging for the fences, going for these big swinging side airs, but a nice side stick from Hysen gets underneath. Uh-oh, it was a risky ground pound. Gonna full disengage.
He does have enough. I think he would have had a dodge there as well, just in case he needed it, but he wanted to save it in case something came from Swata anytime soon after he rotated onto the stage. Now, Swata did win one of the most recent 1v1 tournaments. I believe it was Brawl League's Frenemy Frenzy, so I was wondering if he was going to pop off this weekend. I even messaged Daiku, who has always said great things about Swata in the past. And so I straight up messaged Daiku, like, is Swata going to pop off tomorrow? And he said it's certainly possible. He has big top 8 energy, but it's always like a coin flip. It's RNG whether or not he gets top 3, but he is going to take the first stock here.
Yeah, definitely got that top 8, so the energy is real, but a nice edge guard from Swata. The gravity cancel D-Light into the ground pound. Hysen responds with a haymaker, and that is going to completely even it up, except for the slight weapon advantage that Hysen has for a brief moment. Okay, side light, side air. Doesn't go for the bigger, like, side light, down light, nair kind of string attempt. Instead, just wants the through, wants the stage control, wants that consistent damage.
Second stock,
that was
hugely favoring Hysen. Oh, he does get the recovery there. If Swata maybe would have waited for that to come out, he could have timed a ground pound or even just a dare at the right time to interrupt that and send Hysen down to the bottom blast zone. But Hysen's going to maintain this lead. He's looking for the KO option here. Maintaining center stage positioning, went for the GC D-Light, didn't hit. Swata,
nice ground pound,
finding his way back. That down air. Oh, Hysen had to go for something.
Yeah, once he saw the sweat beads, his eyes immediately turned to Swata. How can he at least trade Swata out with him, or maybe even get a chase dodge? Didn't find the side air though. Good job on Swata. Fast falling just low enough, and he's going to get back to this wall. Hysen needs to even it up. That side sig will do it, but he's still behind. This is a repeat of the initial stocks. Hysen died first, and then he came back, got the side heavy. Same thing on the second stocks.
Yeah, that interaction on the bottom right was a really tough spot to find yourself in because you saw him go for the side air, which could give him the chase dodge and therefore the possibility of getting back. If he also went for the weapon toss risk, he might have been able to KO Swata with that just because Swata was so damaged. The edge guard here from Hysen. Can he finish this one out without taking too much more damage? Swata now in the orange, Hysen still in the early stages of yellow, just D-lighting over the edge, using his range to stay back, stay safe.
I respect how Hysen played that edge guard just now. Like, he hit the ground pound, and then he went high, and I thought he was waiting for the option to go for the ground pound. Instead, just tried to stay safe. Does get the side light recovery, and Hysen going to take game number 1.
Going right on into this next one. We're seeing some of these replays come out. Nice side heavy from Hysen. We've seen a few kind of clutch side heavy KOs, both yesterday and today. Man, what was that gravity cancel down? Look, I love a down sig usage.
You love it.
Nah, maybe not that one. Maybe you know what? I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta stay true to yourself. You gotta be consistent. All Bodvar down sigs on the sword are your favorite.
That's a great down sig.
3, 2, 1.
But here we go. Game number 2. Hysen and Swata sticking with their characters, going over to Demon Island. Hysen with the initial start gets the weapon pickup, even denies the second. Picks up the gauntlets, not going to get the hit though, and Swata finally picks up a hammer.
He hit the 2-piece and then sort of backed up just a little bit. Wanted to see what Swata was going to do out of hit stun so he could hopefully take him to an offstage engagement. Man, his spacing on those downlights are fantastic.
That thing's got surprising amount of range, and Hysen knows all of it. Side light recovery will land onto Swata. Another one, and that's going to be the knockout. Hysen with a big lead in game number 2.
Both players
hammer in hand for Swata.
Sort of spacing each other out. You're seeing the dash jump down air from Hysen. The bounce pass, it almost would have gone wide enough. Oh, nice. Man!
He touched though. Oh, the help from the gravity cancel down light. But a stomp side air, and Swata cleans it up. Didn't even take any damage for that one. Three-piece. Off stage. Goes for the ground pound. Doesn't quite connect.
It's just single piece punishes coming out from Swata. No major momentum going his way. It's mostly Hysen trying to find his way in, and he either does or he goes for a move and he ends up whiffing, and Swata has a little bit of punish out there. Nice D-light over the edge.
Hysen fast falling off that side light. Goes for another side light, but like you said, Swata, he's getting these single hits, but he's getting them very frequently. He's actually taken the damage lead over Hysen. Full movement to the right side to avoid that approach from Hysen. Hysen is disarmed on the right side, sitting on the corner. Swata with the hammer. This is the GC downlight, and Swata punishes. There's the stock off another GC downlight into the recovery.
I think Hysen is getting frustrated. You saw that like full disengage from Swata as he moved like basically all the way to the right side of the stage in full like Meg D fashion there. And I think this could be frustrating Hysen. We've seen some tweets from him in the past about being tired of his opponent constantly running away. So if Swata can get in his head with that and then put pressure like this, I think he can find himself coming out with the victory not only in this game but the set.
Yeah, Hysen is definitely struggling. You're seeing him get a little over-eager on these approaches, which is one of the reasons why he's getting caught so frequently. And it's adding up to detriment for Hysen. Swata just needs to get one or two good hits, and he could get the stock, but a nice side sig slide charge from Hysen will even up the stock count. He isn't quite in that kill percent, but he's very close.
Yeah, you're seeing Swata just completely run away at times. Look how far he's moving back to center stage. No. More back dashes coming out. Then he'll choose to dash in, go for a D-light. There's the side air. Is it going to be enough? We're seeing some gauntlet side airs. The weapon toss there to end that one clean, and a D-sig in the middle of the stage.
I'm expecting Hysen to start banning out like large maps. Try to get it to something smaller where there's less room for Swata to move around, or maybe even make a character swap. I saw him hover the Brand, which I can see why. You know, high movement speed lets you chase a little bit better, but still, I think it's going to come down to character picks and maybe some weapon tosses on those chases.
Yeah, chasing signatures could be helpful. More weapon tosses could be helpful. You are going to see a couple movement signatures there, or at least some long-range signatures as well, especially with the side signature on Scythe. You got a ton of range with that. Swata wasn't even just running away left and right. He was running away vertically as well, punishing a lot from the air. So if Hysen can catch him at sort of a diagonal with the way those icicles kind of reach up from the ground on that side signature as well, he could work with that.
We'll see how well this swap over to the Mordex works out for Hysen. Starting off game number 3, currently tied at 1 apiece, and Hysen picks up the gauntlet, Swata with the hammer.
Now, he is hoping to win this game on gameplay swap and character swap, but not on map swap. We are still going back to the Demon Island. So he's not really worried about how long this map is, how there's no soft platforms up and down, sort of maybe concentrating things in the middle or forcing things to the edge.
Side air. Then able to get back onto the stage. Gets a Nair, opts for the weapon swap. Wants a little bit more range to respond to this hammer of Swata. Very slight damage lead for Hysen, but it's going to amount to nothing if he can't get this knockout.
Yeah, there you see again, he ran away to the left and turn around side air to punish Hysen. That's been the major gameplay move for Swata so far. Hysen seems to have figured it out, at least on the first stock. He's only about halfway through his own, and he got the KO onto Swata.
Has some health to play with, needs to get this extra credit. Right, gets a side light, but a wake up from Swata. That from getting too momentous.
There's the weapon tosses that you were talking about as a way to sort of close that distance.
Okay, falling side air from Swata though. Goes for the down air. Hysen gets a down air of his own. He did get the wall touch, but too much damage has been built up, and Swata able to get the knockout, evening up this stock count, but he's getting into the orange.
Swata the only one with a weapon. Hysen able to grab the weapon very quickly. There hasn't been a lot of weapon starving this game from either player. Hysen sort of just played around it because he knows that's an enticing place for Swata to go to grab the weapon, but neither player has really focused on the weapon starving.
Yeah, it's definitely not a priority as much as just like getting the right hits is more important to them. Having the weapon that they want. Swata does get the neutral light and the weapon toss to continue the engagement. Fly charging the down six. Swata can't punish, but still Hysen is not getting hits in response.
Ooh, that side air is going to drop, punishing the side signature. There you see some vertical punishes coming from Swata. Some dribbling coming out. Didn't go for the D-Light Dare recovery.
They were stacked up and Hysen was just missing neutral lights, both of them in the red. Weapon toss, little too low. And that's going to be a stock in favor of Hysen. He kind of baited. You saw the way he did like a jump just near the corner, baiting like he was going to ground pound, and that forced Swata over the edge because he definitely had the movement to touch, but he was thinking about Hysen's options.
D-Light recovery going to KO off the top. Weapon toss going up. Another weapon toss going up. He's going to juggle those. Stick with the sword. If he ends up being stacked, that's definitely going to be his better option, especially in the air, fighting against this Mordex from Hysen.
But he's getting some good momentum, finding more and more hits onto Swata. There's that weapon toss. Continue that engagement. Put some ranged pressure out. Spot dodges, but gets punished. Scary spot. Touched the floor, but man, he's not finding proper footing. Every time he touches down, he is getting knocked off the platform.
Yeah, this is looking like Simple's corner guarding last game. Hysen, he tries to get to the middle of the stage. See, look at the D-Sig. Look how high that reaches. Look how good that move is.
The D-Sig from Swata from deep will knock Hysen down, and that means there is one game away from Swata continuing on and Hysen getting knocked out of the tournament.
Slow-mo me that D-Sig. We are all going to look at every single frame of that. There's the side light. There's the dodge. Look at that. Look at the range on that. And it has the spike from there. And the rewind, we're going to see it again.
Caught him jumping.
Boom.
Active frames, and Hysen gets launched. Hysen now going to make the swap over to the Thor for game number 4. Hysen has to win this or else he is knocked out. He's fighting for a game 5 spot.
Coming in with the Thor, hoping that defense will be able to carry him through this one into at least the next round of the loser's bracket, adding points into defense so you can stay alive just a little bit longer. And we are off of the Demon Island this time. Hysen's going to need to find a victory here to at least promise a game 5.
Has the orb in hand, but has yet to get any damage on Swata. Finally does with that down air. Swata is finding more damage.
Man, the problem with this is Hysen has the range with the orb down air, but Swata just backs up constantly from it. He should be okay here. Does have the dodge to get through that. He's able to recover back to the platform, but he has taken so much damage, and he's finding no way in. The soft platform not going to help him out there. Nice little reset from Swata, getting that neutral light right on that ledge.
Yeah, and now Swata's got big damage. Offstage engagement. Hysen looking for the situation where he can get that hammer recovery. Could have been a big turnaround, but Swata with the disengage, and he's back onto the main stage. The soft platform going to help Hysen get back up onto the stage, but still, he needs to get hits.
I swear there was 10 seconds without a single move being thrown out. It was just jump noises and dash noises.
No, it's like those anime fights where it all happens in their heads and then somebody says go, and it works out in Swata's favor. Still lots of health. There's the D-Sig again.
I said earlier today that if you have one of the weapons Val plays, there's no reason not to play Val right now. There's one reason not to play Val, and it's because you're going to play Bodvar for the down signature. Swata going to run away with this game, possibly. D-Light Dare doesn't go for the recovery. That's the second time, though I don't think he had enough stun on that one to pick it up because he started it in orange.
Stall. Oh, snap. Hysen able to get back. Can actually stall for a fair bit of time there with that Thor still. But, man, he is so incredibly damaged. Swata's not even in kill percent.
Swata's problem there was trying to punish that recover or that neutral signature with anything but a D-Sig. And I'm not even joking.
Okay, he'll get another one. There's still 2 more stocks on Hysen. Hysen deep red, though. This is looking real tough for Hysen. The down air doesn't even put Swata off screen. The nair doesn't even put Swata off screen. Russian Mafia, Swata able to dodge and punish. Swata with 3 stocks to the 1 of Hysen.
We are 2.5 minutes into this game, and Swata still has not been knocked out. He's finding some momentum with this hammer. The sidelight side air. Gonna send off screen, but not to the blast zone. Doesn't even need to use that many movement options. Hysen wanted the edge guard, ended up getting hit and giving the chase dodge to Swata. Swata pushing now, but you still see him backing up as well.
Ooh.
Gonna go with the taunt on that one, the 3-wolf moon.
Was that a I'm lagging emo, or is that a I'm out of this one emo? Either way, Hysen about to get 3 stocked by Swata, and that almost did it. The turnaround from Hysen to deny the 3 stock, and he's going to drink some water to rehydrate and hope that he can somehow pull a miracle out of the cup.
I think Hysen is not having a very good time right now. And it's not just because he's losing. I think Swata has found a way to get inside his head, and Swata is going to take that set. 680 damage compared to Hysen's 210.
That was the Swata show for the entirety of game number 4. Swata closes it out 3-1 over Hysen, and will now continue on in the bracket to go up against Spectre, the ghost of Brawlhalla future, as Spectre has been taking names.
Looking at the in-game chat to see if anything was said there. I think I'm seeing some French, so nothing that my brain is going to understand.
Yeah, so things were said, but you don't understand it. But we're going to move on to the other side of the losers bracket. We just saw Simple 3-1 Machette just a little while ago, and now he's